Thank you, Toastmaster. Thank you, Toastmaster Natasha. I think for every speaker, we have respective evaluators. Evaluators, hope you know that you are the evaluator for particular speaker. For speaker one, two, it would be me. So for speaker three, it would be Natasha. We will give our evaluation at the end of the meeting. The speaker one, he software engineer by profession and extrovert by choice and ambivert by in heart, would be willing to speak and have conversations about anything under the universe or any other time. Critic of food and movies for my friends and family. He says that I would like to call Toastmaster Karthik to give his icebreaker speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Karthik.
Hey, thank you so much, Devashri, and thank you everyone for coming here. Hello, everyone. I'm Karthik Majumdar. We are living in an age of media where every post, every comment that we put out reflects on our persona, our beliefs, and our character, and it stays out there. And that is why I have joined to put my thoughts into words which are its apt reflection. As my Insta bio says, I'm Jack of master of none, but I'm hopeful that I will be master of one of them at least. I have lived all my life in a small town called as Vijayapura, formerly known as Bijapur, until 12th standard. This is a small town near north of Karnataka and we share border with Maharashtra. Because this place has been ruled by various kingdoms, dynasties, with various beliefs and diversification of their own cultures, the dialect of Kannada that we speak here has words trickled down from various languages, which include Marathi, Urdu, Hindi, and many more. Being a curious kid all my life, I have explored many fields. Volleyball team in school, discus throw, shot put. I have emceed the master of ceremony for my annual day, participated in debates, speech competitions, quiz competitions. I was part of the reading group. I even organized events across my school time. The first I was in third standard and the event was Teachers' Day. Since the very early days, I had started exploring many fields. To be honest, every opportunity that has come to my forefront of my eyes, I have put down my name to it and participated my heart and energy. Thanks to God, things went well, and the one of the biggest cities in India, Namma Bengaluru. Here, the things start having experiences of firsts. It was my first time living away from home, first time living in a hostel, and that too in a metropolitan city all by myself. Here, people with so many diverse culture have come to Bangalore that I have named it Mini India. Being a kid from small town has its drawbacks. In India, the it is said the dialects of languages we speak changes from every 20 kilometers. And I was in Bangalore, 600 kilometers. So I wasn't even able to speak my own Kannada, dialect of Kannada with ease. So I switched to one of the most common languages that we use. And as soon as I started having complete conversations with my co-students in English, I immediately felt how lagging behind I am culturally as well as educationally. Even though I had not read great novels then or watched any academic winning movies, which I do very often these days, one thing which helped me throughout my engineering courses for 4 years, curricular activities and my experience in that field. Within the years of my engineering life, I, with the help of my college, I created events still today they are being explored and developed into a much more bigger thing than what we started with. And I had the opportunity to head one of the biggest entrepreneurial event conducted by colleges called as Endeavor in my third year. Okay. One thing, even after so successful of 3 years, because I enjoyed it throughout. But even though my confidence went up because of the conduction of events and being participative in all the different cultural backgrounds, I still did not regain the confidence which I had in my school days, using which I had used for being master of ceremony then. I failed to regain that confidence back to address an August gathering, to be able to speak in front of an audience. And another thing which I failed, I think I'm in having a success in that is of having the ability to manage oneself. Post 4 years of college, I did try emceeing at few other events, but did not meet my expectations. I went on to become storyteller in one of the uh, traveler community, and I spoke of my first trek. And forward, the first trek that I spoke of was of Kumara Parvata. Whoever knows trekking in and around Bengal region at least knows Kumara Parvata should not be a first trek. I take it from my, it is one of the worst experience to have Kumara. But telling that story to people was a great pleasure. But I was so nervous that I derailed from my own written material then. I say this at the end. I'm in pursuit of gaining my confidence and finding my passion to speak to an audience without hesitancy and utilize one of the nature's greatest gift to mankind, time. Thank you very much for the opportunity. This is Karthik Majumdar signing off. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Karthik. That was wonderful in breaking your ice. Many more stories from you. Now, I would like to call someone who loves yoga, gardening, trekking, and all other outdoor activities. I would like to invite Toastmaster Namrata to break her ice. Toastmaster Namrata, over to you.
Yeah, hi. Uh, Good afternoon, and all the guests. So this is my first speech in a Toastmaster on the Toastmaster platform. So I'll start with my childhood. So I was born in Yavatmal, also known as a cotton city, Maharashtra state. So as a kid, everyone wants to be a someone something, right? Like someone wants to be a doctor, someone likes to be an engineer, someone likes to be an artist, some people likes to be a musician, like that. But for me, it was never constant. I always used to think like I want to do something else now, something else. Like whenever doctor used to give me the injection, I used to think that okay, I want to take the revenge and I'll give him back the injection by becoming a doctor. I wanted to be a swimmer when I joined swimming for less than 15 days. I loved swimming so badly that I wanted to go in Olympics for India. Uh, Also, I wanted to be a teacher. Also, I wanted to be a singer. It was never constant. So finally, I ended up doing engineering, and I went to the college. In my first year, I joined dance. I joined kabaddi. I joined athletics. Yeah, so I joined all the four clubs, but not simultaneously. So I joined swimming, but to draw I had to stop the swimming as they turn off the winter, and it is too cold on the north side. My college was in Varanasi. So I joined kabaddi, but we couldn't continue our kabaddi team as we were lacking the team members. So finally, I find my love. I participated in 400 meters, 600 meters. My stamina was good. My endurance was also good. Like I got gold in 400 meters. I got gold in 600 meters. Um, uh, yeah, but like my stamina. But what happened in second year? Swimming captain, he approached me and told me that I have to join swimming competition. So I told him that no, my swimming skills are very bad. That I could barely swim 30 meters, and you think that I will complete 50 meters? You have to, otherwise our team will be banned for next 4 years to participate in the competition. Then I thought, yeah, it's risky. I talked with my parents. I took permission from my teachers. It was a 30-hour journey from Varanasi to Chennai. We went by train. It was 30-hour journey. Uh, I finally I wanted to participate in the competition. It was 50-meter freestyle. So just before the competition started, like just before 10 minutes, my teammates asked me, if you are comfortable, then only take part. Otherwise, you can just take rest. Like you will tell them like you are ill, or otherwise we'll send someone else. Then okay, I was also I had choice to step back. Then I thought, why? I traveled 30 hours in the train, and now if I don't participate, it won't be good. Like I have to participate. So I participated in the swimming. I started my 50 meters with very bad dive. I I I started swimming. Yeah, and the one point is like I got the first lane. So who get the first lane means those are very good swimmer. Like basically it gets according to your previous records, previous year's records. But I never participated in the swimming, but still I got the first lane. I was more nervous. The benefit of the first lane is that I can pick the rod anytime I want. I'll not like drone. So I thought, okay, so I started swimming. After 45 meters, I was out of breath. I was literally tired to even complete last 5 meters. My teammates thought like, okay, now she's gonna pick the rod and she'll out of the competition. Then I thought, what happened? I don't remember exactly, but I completed the 50 meters. I completed the last five meters. Saw that okay, I was last, but still I was happy. I was so much happy that I completed 50 meters and I did it. Like I was out of breath, but still I did it. That at that point I learned that one should be the always like one should always not always give their best. I gave my best, and I request all of you to be yourself and yourself like be the best version of yourself basically. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Namrata, for that wonderfully breaking your ice, and that was wonderful in making your choice. We all love to hear that one from you. Now we'll move on to the speaker number 3. She is someone who likes dancing, playing table tennis, and believes in whatever best. That was nice. I would like to call Toastmaster Apurva to break her ice. Apurva, over to you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Devyashi. A warm, very warm Toastmasters and dear guests. My name is Apurva Tiwari. I am from a city of Nawabs and Kebabs, which is Lucknow of Uttar Pradesh. My name Apurva actually means unique, unique and something that hasn't happened before. So I think that's the two most unique qualities about me is that first one is that I was born with 12 fingers and I have a dimple. I think that those are the two most obvious things that can be noted about me. My parents, I come from a middle class family. My father is a civil engineer. My mother is a homemaker. I have a younger brother who's currently working as a business and um, so the mantra that my parents have always tried to inculcate in me is, um, beta, do this, then your life will be set. And that was followed throughout my life. It resonates with all of you, but that was something that I've shared with many of my friends. The same went on from right from my childhood to even till now. I was a very student since my childhood who wanted to fulfill her parents' dreams and make them come true. The first dream, the dream that I can recall from my parents' side was to see my photos in newspapers, uh, for the good news, of course. And so, and that dream actually came into reality when I secured a 96.2% in CBS 12th board exams. I could see the happiness, the tears of happiness rolling out from a parent's eyes. And that was, I think, one of the most memorable moments that I have till date. And so my mother, she actually bought all the newspapers that got published that day, 2 copies of all the newspapers, just to keep secure all the moments, all the memories, twice of all the memories that we got that day. Then I passed class 12, life, but not. As per my parents, it was supposed to be set after 12, but it was not the case, right? I was confused about the next step in life. And that's when I decided to move to Hub, the Kota city, for a 1-year course to pursue IIT. After grilling year at Kota, I finally could make into IIT, a new IIT, IIT Bhubaneswar, with a course of my choice, the CSE branch. Of it had its own share of troubles and struggles. Now I got into IIT. It was supposed to be a life that got set just now, like the parents, but it was not, right? Moving from a student who has just passed out of school to a college, I'm sure many of you would have shared the same dream that I had, fantasizing about the college life, all fun college, entertaining college life that we had seen in Karan Johar's movies, extravagant movies. It was nowhere close to that. Neither the college life nor the college itself. The reality hit hard, but I made peace with it. I chose all the opportunities, grabbed all the opportunities, made the most out of it. I participated in various competitions that I was always uncomfortable with. I picked up table tennis and even represented my at the inter-IIT sports meet, participated in dance competitions, street plays, anything that I was never comfortable at doing. That made me believe in myself even more. The gala time soon got over and we landed up in 4th year. That's when the placement season and we had to grab the opportunities, beat the competition at the IIT to grab a good opportunity at job. That's how I landed up with an opportunity at Itkin Systems and landed up in Bangalore in July 2017. It was a good opportunity, but it was never, being the ambitious girl that I ever was, I wanted more. That's when I decided that I should pursue master's as an MBA. I started preparing for it. 2 years of struggle went into it, but I couldn't make it. I was tired. I was lost. I was sad to make into a dream that I always wanted. But like I said, everything that happens for a reason. I moved on. I gave interviews. I decided to change my job. I gave interviews, and out of nowhere, I got 3 job offers, one after the other. For me, I got the positivity back in my life, And the choice I had to make now was to get the best out of it. And that's when I landed into the OCI CloudGuard team in March 2020. It has been a great 1.5 year of experience, a remarkable journey, and a rewarding one. Recently, I've got promoted to SMTS, and that has been one of the greatest rewards that I have received in last 1.5 years. So now I can say that I believe in myself more than even after all the struggles that I had. And my next ambition is to be a great speaker, and that's why I'm here at Trailview. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Toastmaster Apurva. That was wonderful. And I hope you to see as a wonderful speaker one day at my club. Hope you give more speeches so you become a wonderful speaker soon as well. Now, if you have from Karthik to Apurva, they made a best choice in their life and moved on. And here I wanted to tell you few things on how to make choices. I being a female, I can be a feminist. But other side, there is also other thing. Now there are a lot of males here. Why Divyashi, this is Toastmaster, and how can you talk about this sex, right? Yes, I'm not a feminist anymore, and I have it my brother. I always think why a lot of people think only being a feminist. If you have a brother, you have a father. Why don't you think on the other side? So I choose to be equality for both genders. It is very important how you make a choice. You have to hear two sides and then you make a choice or take a decision when you're making in your life. Why I said why I was not being a feminist is I don't wanted to gain sympathy from others, and nor my brother should face a problem that having like lot of these problems in this society. We see a lot of things happening today in the world that either girl suffers or either the boy suffers. If we have to make one choice, that equality, that nobody suffers no more. So every time you make a choice that nobody should, one key point that everybody should remember. The other thing is, for everything that is happening in our life, for every problem, we will have a solution as well. It is your choice that how you find a solution for every problem. So you make a choice that you can find a solution and move on. We should, to become a successful, there is no shortcuts through all the struggles to become successful. So never make a choice that make you successful overnight. Go through the struggle lead you. Even your failures will teach you something that you can be successful after 1 year. That is all right, but you learn something from what you lost. The other thing I wanted to tell is, for if you see, we have so many things that happens. The choice that you're going to make has to help someone as well and benefit as well. Now today I make some choice that should not hurt someone at the end of the day. Make the choice you make someone happy as well. So not only you get benefit with the choice you make, but others should get benefited over that. With this, I would like to move on to the evaluation session. The evaluations are the lifeblood for Toastmasters. Help the members to grow in their speaking. I'm sorry. Grow ahead speaking and also enhances speaking communication skills ahead. First, I would like to call Nitin to give his evaluation. For Nitin, I will be help you in the timing.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Divyashi. Toastmaster Karthik, are you there? All right. Hi there. Toastmaster Karthik. I read this quote somewhere that sometimes the smallest step taken in the right direction ends up being the biggest step of your life. Tiptoe if you must, but take that step. I would like to congratulate you for not taking a step, but rather taking a huge stride with that icebreaker of yours. It's always a moment of uh, self-realization and a moment of happiness when you attempt your first icebreaker. And I hope you can feel it, or I hope that feeling will come very soon to you. But I want to congratulate you for starting your journey as a public speaker, at least here in Toastmasters. I'll talk about some of the good things of your speech, and as well as I'll touch upon things that we can improve over time with respect to your content and with respect to your delivery. The first thing that comes to my mind is just immediately started with why you are in Toastmasters. And that's a very fresh thing that you have done. Usually in icebreakers, what people do is they talk about their childhood, they talk about their school life, the college life, and finally they end it with why they are in Toastmasters. That is one approach to do it. Another approach is to to talk about it the start itself. You went with the first approach, and it's not a wrong approach. However, it's a very fresh, different approach. So kudos on doing that. You mentioned this in the start itself why you are here. So that answered our first question that we had in mind. So that was really great. You had a nice chronological order for your speech, right? Like I mentioned before, you started with your childhood. You spoke about how you came to Bangalore, and then finally how you are here. And that really helps because when you don't have a chronological order, the audience is really confused about where the speech is going, right? You talk about one thing, then you jump to a different timeline. From there, you jump to a different timeline. It's a lot of back and forth that happens in the audience's mind. So it's a really nice thing that you went with the chronological approach. The third really nice thing that I noticed was you had one small segment of humor in the part where you mentioned about Kumara Parvata, right? It is a different thing to give an icebreaker, but a whole different thing to have humor in your speech. And that's two layers of fears that people have: public speaking and incorporating humor. And you did both of them. So that was amazing. If you can continue having humor in your speeches, nothing like it. Now, having said that, there are a few things that you can change or you can work on so that you can have a better presentation, a better delivery. One short-term change is I would recommend you to stand up and give a speech and remove the virtual background. Because when you do that, there's a lot of space that you can use that comes in the Zoom type. So your body language is more enhanced. You can move around more, you can play around with the screen. The second thing, and something which can be improved over a period of time, this is a long-term solution that I'm asking you to incorporate, is to work on your voice modulation. Just so that people understand that, okay, this part is really important and this part maybe not as important. This part needs to have more, I forgot the right word, it's more emphasis, and the other part should not have as much emphasis. So that really helps with the audience to understand how effective or how important a particular segment of a speech is. However, having said that, I think it was a fantastic delivery. I am looking forward to seeing more of that. Thank you so much. Back to you, Toastmaster Divyashree.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nitin, for that wonderful information. I think I missed to call G. Actually, G should call the evaluators. Toastmaster. Over to you, Toastmaster Santosh.
That's fine, Toastmaster Divyashree. Like I just want to go with Toastmaster Toastmaster Karthik. This is he covered pretty much everything. Of course, as icebreaker, there are a lot of things. We see a lot of things within you, and there are a lot of things to improve also. So slowly we'll definitely improve on that point. So, but yeah, one thing maybe going forward we'll try to put our speech more sense, engage the audience. So it will be quite helpful to make the audience engaged with you, with the speech. So that one point, maybe you can work on that. So that's all. It was really good to know about your and how you know like your travel and adventure and all. So yeah. So next, going further, I would like to ask for the evaluation of those second speaker. So I will request Toastmaster DBS, can you please evaluate Toastmaster Namrata?
Santosh. Namrata, congratulations, Rice, very well. That was really motivating your speech, and you have started how you where you were born and what are your confusions in building your career, and then what made you to come into athletics. That was wonderfully said, and you have a different thoughts of building in your career, like swimmer, singer, teacher, and then you finally found that your career was to be the engineering. After how you found the co-curricular activities like athletics and swimming, that was also really nice. And I kudos for winnings and all. That was wonderful. That would be some few people who could be participating in athletics that I think you have made, and we can see that gaining awards for that was also wonderful. And how you went to Chennai by convincing parents for swimming, that your college is no will not be participating for next 4 years. Choice that you wanted to go for that and at least participate. And after when people said that okay, if you're not comfortable, you can skip it. They made a choice after traveling so much long. You wanted to swim, participate. That is really nice that you will not like for making that such a and how happy you felt after finishing 50 meters, that I could see now feel when you're giving it in your speech. Uh, and the way you concluded was really nice with the small quote that was really good that you could conclude. I wanted to suggest you on few things that where you can improve. In the starting, you said that I would like to start with child. It is not required to tell that you're going to start with childhood, because when you start narrating your story, that obviously everybody in the here knows that you are talking about your childhood, and never you start keep telling that I'm going to start with my childhood or my younger age or anything. It is not advised to do so. Then you started telling that you are going to talk about childhood, and you just spoke where you were born, and then you moved to how you made your decision to engineering. So we could not get much to know more about your engineering, or how you came to hear Trailblazers or why Toastmasters. We could not hear more about it, because I think there was a lot of time you could have spoken more about it, why you joined Toastmasters and what happened in your childhood, so that a story could have been gone to 4 to 6 minutes. Uh, it is advised to have it in a time frame, so that we also will have more and also have small audience interactions going forward. That could really help you and make you better. Overall, I really liked your speech, and the way you concluded was really nice. Looking forward to hear many more speeches from you. Thank you. Over to you, Santosh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepak. Yeah, diversity pretty much cover everything. Like when you explain the same thing, it is good to know from your experience, like you experience how you can get a better version of yourself. It doesn't matter whether you are successful or you are getting, not getting the success, but it is really matters how we are getting a better version of yourself. That I got to know from your speech. It was really good. Yeah, maybe like what the basic covered, like maybe we are expecting pretty much, little structure way instead of maybe like going forward, we can write the script in a structured way so that more prominent, I mean more interesting to from sequence wise as your life, like from the childhood, your college, then how you got into athletics like swimming, and then how different athletics also you are into. So it is really good, but overall it was really good speech, and we are really excited to listen a lot of more stories like from your life. Thank you for that. Now going for the next speech, we have speech 3 from Apurva. I would like to call Toastmaster Nitasha for the evaluation.
Thank you, Toastmaster Santosh, and Apurva in particular. The girl from the land of Nawabs and Kebabs, who has overcome her troubles and struggles to now reach a point where she is living a remarkable life and is being rewarded for it. Use of language, Apurva, in your beautiful style of narrating the story of your life. I love these words. The grammarian men will probably pick on it. Kebab, trouble, struggle, remarkable, rewarding. It's phenomenal how you used such beautiful vocabulary to take on this journey of your life. Typically, an icebreaker, becomes like a chronological order of I was born here, this is what I did, this is where I studied. But your style of storytelling or your style of speaking was so beautiful that I did not realize when you went from one stage of living the dreams of your parents and into your school life, into your college life. Everything was so smoothly taken. You took the listeners on such a smooth ride. Beautiful skill that a lot of even experienced Toastmasters or script writers do not have. So breaking the ice in such a phenomenal way. There is a lot that we got to know about you that you like dreams. We got to, which was the intent of this project, what you studied, how you studied, the goals that you life by saying I believe that whatever happens for the good. I have that positivity back in life. Those instances, those messages of your life were beautifully sprinkled throughout your meeting, which I think was absolutely commendable. As an icebreaker, typically we do not look for public speaking like vocal variety and audience, but I think you all are already on your way to become a great public speaker. So I would like to encourage you. In fact, I would like to challenge you to take those on and bring in a little more voice variety. When you're talking about the different stages of your life, like I said, it's not mandated in this project guideline, but because you've already aced the other things which are required, I would suggest that you challenge yourself, bring in more voice variety, emote those stories that you are talking, and you'll have a better connection. Like the other two evaluators have mentioned, going forward, this is probably our new normal. So encourage you to stand up and speak, own the space, learn to use the space language, and continue using the skills that you already have of beautiful language, storytelling, smooth transitions, clarity of thought. I'm a good speaker. Wish you the very best and look forward to more speeches from you. Back to you, Master Santosh.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Nitasha. It was great evaluation, and I don't have much to add to it. And it is really good to know how you learn from your life, and how it came across. Really good to know. And that's all. Like Nitasha said, covered pretty much everything. So we'll go to the next step from our general evaluation. Basically, we should have the report from the CAT team. So let's get the report from our captain. So for that report, may I ask for the timer to Master Nitin. Can I have your report, please?
Sure, Toastmaster Santosh. In the prepared speech section, Toastmaster Karthik took 5 minutes 30 seconds. Toastmaster Namrata also took 5 minutes 30 seconds. And Toastmaster Apurva took 6 minutes 20 seconds. So all of them are well on time. In the case of evaluations, Toastmaster Divyashri took 3 minutes 20 seconds. Toastmaster Natasha took 2 minutes 57 seconds. And I took 3 minutes 44 seconds. It's quite ironic that the timer went off time. However, I apologize for that. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster Santosh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nitin. Now we have a report from Toastmaster Raja. Can I have the account report, Toastmaster Raja?
Thank you, Toastmaster Santosh. Yeah, definitely. Wow, this is a marathon meeting, such a diverse story. Kudos to all the prepared speakers. Really enriched my day today. And for the R counter, the most used word or sound is R, used by Santosh, Karthik, Divyashri, Namrata, Apurva, Suresh. Namrata seems to use the R too many times. And the repeat words, this is I, she also did. Apurva used Didi, repeat words twice. And Karthik used I one more time. And Karthik seems to have pause. And Raja also had this long pause and that's R counter. Times just now, I used one more time. Yeah, that's all from my end, Toastmaster Santosh. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raja. It is good to know. Even you are keeping the really detailed report. In fact, yourself was good to know. And next we have Grammarian, Toastmaster Narayan. Can I have the report, please?
Thank you, Mr. Evaluator. Ladies and gentlemen, it was a very happy day to be a grammarian today. A lot of excellent word plays all through the session. I'll first start off with the word of the day usage. The word of the day, diverse, was used thrice by Karthik in his icebreaker speech, though not in the direct term, but in the pronoun terms. This is something which I would like to pick out, being the icebreaker. It's very hard. He paused because he wanted just bringing. I really like that. So Karthik used it 3 times. Raja used it just now once. And my favorite parts, the alliterations were used by Toastmaster Apurva. Rewarding remarking was one fantastic use of alliteration. And a smart word placed, Nawab Kebab, thrilling, grilling, trouble, struggle. Happy day for folks. I would just want to. I would not say to copy it, but try to work on the languaging as much as you can. Lovely metaphors were also used in today's. Once again, Karthik came out using jack of all trades, master of none, putting my heart. Lovely anecdotes there. Type was lagging behind. August audience, endurance, clarity of thought, tiptoe, as used by one of the evaluators. I think lovely use of terms there. The areas performance I would also want to comment was usage of the word. The 2 things which I think I want to call out. One was use of the word called homemakers. A lot of people tend to use the word housewife, which in the current day dictionary is not the way that we respect the people who take care of homes. Comment to Apurva, speaking of the word, it is homemaker, period. Even by mistake, let us not use the word housewife. That seems to be below par for Toastmasters, and it's always adding to the respect that we care for the women folk around us. So I think Apurva speaking on the word, it's always homemakers, ladies and gentlemen. And then the areas probably which we need to watch out was the usage of articles there. A few articles were misplaced, so we may have to the way in which we place the articles. And similarly for pronouns, also a few pronouns were misplaced during the course of the session. I'll get back to separately on that to the speakers. So by and large, I think it was a wonderful session. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Narayan, for the detailed report. Good to know that we really went fine with all this grammar things and all the. Now coming to our few more details about our meeting. So for today's session, around 4, but again we start the actual discussion from 5. So which is good, pretty much like we need some time to everyone to join the meeting, so which is fine. Maybe I need we have used 1 or 2 minutes during the time for interaction, making the silence. Like I somehow feel that 2 minutes instead of staying silent, we just can like interact kind of network. So that can be next session or maybe you can try that. And next thing that I say, Nitin and Pure part, he really did good things. He explained about us. I introduced about the guest, and it is really good to know about new guests who joined. And then our theme of the day, Toastmaster Divyasri, she explained about the theme and good explanation. The thing about choice, how she do how to go for choice. Good to know about the theme, and maybe like I think maybe you could have asked few more questions or something, maybe to make some interaction. It could be a better. Obviously, like when you make the audience quite interactive, maybe you can try that. All the speeches you are really good. It was really fine. And I don't have much to evaluate today because everything was really smooth. Of course, unfortunately, we have very, as we are into icebreaker marathon, we don't have much time for the table topic. So we didn't get a chance to have, our guest. So of course, requesting you all guys, please join our next session so we can have a lot of chance to speak up on like impromptu speech and all. So that's overall session today was really good, and looking forward great and good session going ahead. Thank you, Toastmaster Nitin. Sorry, Toastmaster Divyasri, if you want to say something.
Thank you, Toastmaster Santosh. Life is all about choices. Some we regret, some we are proud of, and some will haunt us forever. Finally, whatever the choice, tell us what you are to the whole world. So make the best choice that will fit you and know world that what you are. With this, I would like to conclude my theme. But if any, I would like to know there are few guests who joined us today. Please provide your feedback or what went well in this session so that we can enhance our meeting going forward in a better way. So can any guest talk about what went well in this session? Please come forward. Abhishek, Suresh.
Yeah, so I definitely felt very good, like to be part of this session, especially the 3 speakers, like how I was amazed, like, so the people, how they can able to make the speech and able to make it within the time. I feel like, yeah, definitely this will be a kind of an inspiring thing for me. I always wonder like how the people will be preparing the speeches and they will be able to deliver. I also feel like I can do that like within short time and having a really a useful content to that. Definitely. Thanks for especially Narayanan. I know he has he has invited me to this sessions. So definitely it's a great experience for me. Thank you.
Thanks, Suresh.
Thank you, Suresh, for that lovely feedback. I'm looking forward you to see in these meetings many more. Next week, please join so that we can give you some topics so that you could also participate. Abhishek, could you give your feedback, or Bagni, or your feedbacks?
Yeah, hi, this is Bhavan. So this was actually quite impressive. I see that a lot of people have a lot of amazing things in their life, whether it is swimming, whether it's dancing. I mean, I could go on and on and on. Out of that, they're not, residing or not sitting on their laurels. They